Cronos. Cronos have had a very nice 24 hours. Let's dive into why. Big little partnership that had big partnership that's going to have that's had a huge impact on price. So we're going to dive into everything that's happening. Now, before I get into any of it, if you are new here, the spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on this channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these cryptos. These were all coins that I thought could do very, very well, make a lot of cash, which is obviously why in the videos I showed myself buying them up. And these were the prices when I recorded and released the vids. These are the highs these coins went on to hit in the 2021 bull cycle, and what your profits would have been if you'd just put $100 into the coins when I released the vids and sold in that cycle, and your profit would have been over 123 grand from a $2,600 investment. Pretty damn good. Now, the thing is we're in a bull cycle, and if you're sitting on cryptos you're not confident in or aren't performing for you, you have to get that fixed. If you're not sure where to begin, have a look at copymycrypto.com. This is the website that I run where I share the coins that I own with my members. So whenever I find any crypto that I think can do really well, I jump onto my site, I talk to my members about the coin, the reasons I think it can do very, very well, and the price that I'm going to be buying it at. Whenever I sell, I do the same thing. So my members can copy along exactly. There is no work for them, and they make the same profits. And if you go onto the site, you'll see some of the profits that my members have made. These are based on some of the past successes that we have had, which you can also see on the site. Whether it is a meme coin the members got in and out of in just a fortnight and it did over a 300x, whether it's Phantom, which is now known as Sonic, but in the last bull cycle was one of the biggest gainers, went from 0.5% when my members got in to over $3, hit $3.46. That was a just shy of a 700x in terms of profit. And that alone made some of my members millionaires, that one investment. And you can check that, that's all public record, that's all on the history of this channel as well, so verify it all. And if after going through the site you like what you see and you want to find out the cryptos that are going to be the winners in this bull cycle, couldn't be more simple. All you have to do to find out, guys, is join up on the site. Now, Cronos. So, first of all, look, Cronos, everyone should be familiar with if you've been in crypto long enough. It's obviously the rebrand from Crypto.com. Cronos is the chain that they have built. So Crypto.com was a massive company. Still got the same ticker. And they began developing the Cronos chain. This is a decentralized blockchain developed by Crypto.com's team. So it's one of the products in Crypto.com's litany of solutions. The design here, well, the idea here is to accelerate adoption of crypto, as well as safeguard users' data and protect users' identity. The blockchain serves primarily as a vehicle that powers Crypto.com's Pay mobile payments app. And they continue to try and broaden this. Now, as I said, the founders are the team behind Crypto.com. Crypto.com went on a real tear back in 2021. They were buying everything up. I mean, they bought up one of the biggest arenas in the US, renamed it Crypto.com Arena. They got their name out there hugely. They were actually heavily involved in marketing and advertising to a point where they had one of the Super Bowl commercials. I think it was Larry David was in it. I think but it's now been a few years, so my memory's a little foggy on that. But I think it was Larry David. Mevolaxy. So Mevolaxy is today's sponsor, and they have been building something that's got incredible usage. They have been recommended by TradingView, by Chainlink, by Binance. So the way this works is that basically you stake your idle asset. You stake the crypto that isn't doing much for you right now. You're not making use of it, and you earn daily rewards because their MEV bots are getting to work. And I'll talk about what they do. So this platform has over 10,000 users, staked assets wise $18 million, and monthly payout so far $2.5 million. That is very strong payout given that it's only $18 million worth of staked funds. And the way it's working is, as I said, these MEV bots get to work. They profit from arbitrage and they profit from arbitrage techniques along with many others, but you can see exactly how it's playing out here. This is activity as it's happening. And the actual earning potential here is really damn strong. So we go on to Mevolaxy, and if we open up Mev Stake, you can see the assets that you can stake. So I could stake Bitcoin. I've got a bunch of idle Bitcoin. It's not doing anything for me. I can earn 0.52% daily. Their arbitrage techniques are earning that, right? Your staking period is 180 days. There are certain withdrawal fees if you are not a pro account. But if you get a pro account, you not only get 0% withdrawal fees, but you can stake in Tether, you can stake in USDC, you can stake in DAI. The earnings are better as well. And it's a one-time payment. It isn't $25 every month. It's $25 once. And as you can see, say I wanted to stake Tether on the Ethereum network. I'm going to earn 0.87% daily. Minimum amount, $30, right? Say I wanted to do it on Tron. 0.87% daily. USDC, 0.87% daily. Whether it's USDT on Binance Smart Chain, 0.87% daily. The money that you can earn, these idle assets, can start working for you. If you are sitting on a bunch of Tether or a bunch of USDC or DAI and you're sitting there going, you're not ready to put it into the market, get it doing something for you. Earning on a constant basis. By the end of an 180-day period, you're going to have far more money than you started with, and that can then be used for your investments, strengthening your investments. Like I say, the returns daily, very, very good. But if you want the real returns, the stronger returns, the pro account is the way to go. Like I said, $25 a month. And again, recommended by TradingView, Chainlink, Binance. Do not forget, Binance don't recommend things unless they've done their due diligence. So check it out. There's a link in the description, guys. Outstanding staking platform to have a look at. Cronos itself, like I said, it's their own chain. And you can see sort of the solutions that they have. But the big news is Trump Media Group and Crypto.com have announced America's $6.42 billion CRO treasury. This is massive. So Cronos is up like 50%. It's north of 50% today off the back of this news. Where is it? 56% right now. As Trump Media, Crypto.com and Yorkville unveil this $6.42 billion CRO-focused treasury strategy with NASDAQ listing plans. NASDAQ listing as well as no small thing. This is massive. So the strategy plans to operate a validator node to expand holdings through governance and staking rewards. There's going to be $6.42 billion in assets and credit lines. So this obviously had an enormous surge off the back of this. So the combination, so they've signed a definitive agreement outlining the formation of the CRO-focused treasury. The announcement specified that the venture will begin with $1 billion worth of CRO, $420 million in cash and warrants, and access to a $5 billion credit line by a Yorkville affiliate. The capital pool would establish what the partners describe as the first publicly traded CRO treasury company. The new entity also plans to list Yorkville's Class A ordinary shares on NASDAQ under the ticker MCGA following the completion of the merger. This step is intended to provide a traditional market listing. The plans are to operate within the Cronos network as well. So in addition to this, the strategy outlined operational involvement with the Cronos blockchain. The plan includes establishing a validator node on the proof of stake network, allowing participation in governance and network security. Now, here's one thing that will be very interesting because governance doesn't work in crypto. It doesn't work. Usually it is a one vote per one crypto. So a company with that level of holdings probably are going to be able to get through whatever they want to get through. So that will be very, very interesting to see how that particular factor is actually received. The market reactions to this have been nothing short of spectacular. Obviously, anyone that caught this news within the first minute or two that it was released will have done very, very well in terms of making a quick buck, because this is, like I say, it's risen 56% in just 24 hours. And while I'm personally not particularly bullish on Cronos as a chain, I really am not. I think there are far better chains out there. The reality is that sometimes it's not about how good the tech is. I've said this a million times. You can have the best tech in the world, but if no one's using it, no one cares. The reality here is Cronos are attached to Crypto.com. Crypto.com have a very, very big name. They have a good presence in America. They are now partnered with the president's media group, effectively. Their name is going to get out more. Crypto.com's name there'll probably be less stringent rules on how Crypto.com advertise in the future. They'll probably get away with more. That's a very valid possibility. Combine that with Cronos now, the Cronos name itself being getting out there in a big way. This could absolutely fly. In the last bull cycle, this hit a high of 96.98 cents. I think this is going to hit $1, guys. I think the reality is this has got a very, very real shot now of hitting $1. I thought there was an outside squeak of it. I often spoke about this hitting 50 cents or so, but $1 looks very, very, very possible now. Because, look, again, a NASDAQ listing, that's a huge amount of people that can invest into the Yorkville, effectively, treasury fund, where such a huge amount is attached to Cronos. How often Cronos is going, or how integral Trump media is going to be to Cronos, and how that marketing and advertising go, which is all up in the air. You never know. They might just never mention it again, but I doubt that. I think this has a very, very, very legitimate shot of doing quite well this bull cycle now. Where are we now? Like in July, the Americans do the date backwards. In July, it was 8 cents. So it was already 4x'd from that, just off the for the most part, off the back of this news. $1 looks well within sight now. That's a 3x from where it is. Doesn't take much. Look how big an impact this piece of news had. A 56% rise in 24 hours. You need 2 more pieces of news like that, and you've got to the $1 mark. Or close, well, not quite, but you've got very close. You're up to about 80 cents. It doesn't take much. Huge landmark deal. If you are a Cronos holder, how are you feeling right now? Are you buzzing? Are you happy? What are your hopes for this year? Do you think it's going to go way beyond $1? If you sold Cronos, obviously you're annoyed about that right now. What do you think they can do? And actually, what do you think of the Cronos chain? Like I say, I'm not bullish on it at all. I see plenty of layer 1s, layer 2s out in the crypto space. I think are far, far stronger than Cronos, but with its name, with the brand of Crypto.com, and now with the incorporation of Trump media, along with a huge treasury with the NASDAQ listing imminent. What do you think the future looks like for Cronos? Let me know in the comments. And guys, we are in a bull cycle. If you are sitting on cryptos you are not happy with, that are not performing for you, you have got to get it sorted. If you are not sure where to start, have a look at copymycrypto.com. This is the website that I run, where I share the coins that I own with my members. Whenever I find any crypto that I think can do very, very well, I jump onto my site. I tell my members about the crypto that I've found, why I think it's going to do well, the price that I'm going to be buying it at. I do the same when I sell. There is nothing for my members to do. They can make the exact same profit just copying along. And if you go onto my site, on there you will see some of the profits my members have made. You will see some of the successes that we have had, which are based on, like I say, some of the successes like Phantom. Phantom, in the last bull cycle, no one was speaking about. I literally created a course talking about why it was going to be one of the best investments of the year. Went up nearly 700 times from when my members got in. Some of them became millionaires just off of that investment alone. That is public record. You can verify that all on the history of this channel. And if you like what you see and you want to find out the cryptos that I expect to be the big winners in this bull cycle, it couldn't be more simple. All you have to do to find out, guys, is join up on the site. And if you do, I will see you there. Otherwise, folks, I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.